All right, let's get on to Wombat's fortnightly news, but let's lead with the Nintendo Switch news, Nintendo Switch 2 news, which dropped today.
What the heck is that?
It's the successor to the wildly popular Nintendo Switch.
The first word, the one with the N?
Nintendo.
Never heard of it.
It's a cereal now.
Oh. Oh, I've had that cereal. I've had the cereal.
It was good. It was a good cereal. All right, so the Switch is coming out. When is it coming out? June 5th. It's going to be $450, $500 if you want the bundle with the new Mario Kart game.
For now.
What do you mean for now? The price.
Those are pre-tariff prices.
Oh, the price might be a moving target.
Yep. No, I don't think that. I think the price is probably
locked
set
in
at this point. You already announced it. You can't really unannounce it.
Well, they've made a certain amount.
Yeah, I think those first rounds
just hold the quantities until it made sense to sell more. Then
those first round of pre-orders might be at that price, but once those sell and retailers can,
anything can happen.
I mean,
we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Mm-hmm. Sure,
but these are going to sell out probably.
So
I'm sure they will sell out.
I think they will. Yes, because they'll limit the amount they make.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I mean, I watched this thing. I don't think these are going to sell out because, oh my gosh, everybody's just clamoring for this $450 upgrade to their Switch.
Right.
I mean, I was just saying it's
different
myself
environment
this morning.
than
I really
I
need to upgrade my Switch. Yeah.
You want to upgrade all the games that you own for Switch too? Because there's an option for that.
It was a weird sort of like. Do
you understand the 3 different types of games? Did you get to that part? Like I watched this whole direct.
I did. I watched it while it was happening.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm down for watching the hour-long like it's just so weird how they put them together.
I watched the 7-minute highlight reel.
So they get to this point where they're like, there's 3 like main groups that you can like categorize these games in for that you can play on Switch 2. You've got your Nintendo Switch 2 games. When the Switch 2 editions, what those are called?
Right.
You've got your games that are backwards compatible from Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the third category that I've already forgot because they were ridiculous categories. The third one was like games that are upgrades from your Nintendo Switches, games or something.
And the upgrades you have to pay for, which is weird.
It's like it's an hour-long Nintendo Direct, and like 45 minutes of it are games that you either already played or chose not to play when they were released. Right? Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of games. Like you look at it and you go like, I can't complain about this lineup. Like there's a huge amount of games. It's just like every one of them has like a colon and then Nintendo Switch 2 edition, or the best one was the Elden Ring
Tarnished, right?
Tarnished edition. that was like, oh, okay, they're just gonna call this like the less good version of this game.
Low frame rate edition.
No, frame rates is what it has.
Right.
It has the frame rates. It does not have an OLED screen, which I saw some people complaining about.
Yeah, it's got the LCD screen.
But it can be. It is 4K now.
LED. No, LCD.
I don't know.
The screen's not 4K. It's only 4K when docked to your.
Yeah,
TV.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
when docked, it's 4K on your TV. So.
Right. Like I was having like, I think they named this thing really well.
Of course.
Because it is like they're not trying to sell something new here. This is the same thing you have. It's just
2.
It's just 2.
It's now a 4K version,
but
basically.
It uses different memory cards. You have to get the special version of the memory cards. You can't just use your same SD card and plug it right in. It's not going to work.
Right.
You got to get a new SD card. But it does have 256 gigs of storage.
That's not a lot.
It's more than the 16 that came with the Switch.
32, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyways,
not enough.
That was a long time ago when the Switch launched with that. I I don't know this. Like when you look at this, and I don't have a Steam Deck or anything. I mean, you're really, this is getting up there in price,
Right.
for what it's offering here. And then you look at the games, and yeah, it's only $50 to get the Mario Kart World if you buy it with it, but it's an $80 game if you're buying it separate.
Yes.
And they're, at least in this direct,
That's a new game, right? By the way,
that's a new game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like Forza Horizon, but Mario Kart.
okay.
yeah. Let's pump the brakes a little bit there. But yes, in concept, it is an open world Mario Kart.
I think
game.
people understood what I meant.
Yeah. I just like when two
And pump the brakes, was that an intentional
Yes,
joke?
it was great.
yes, yeah.
Okay,
When
slow
they basically
down there,
announced-
Diddy Kong.
they
What,
basically announced 3 new Nintendo, I guess 4 Metro Prime 4 was there.
yes,
they
did
showed-
show,
They
didn't
showed
say it,
videos
but
of that, and I'm like, I don't know. Like this looks like a remastered version of what I would think a Metroid game would be at this point. Like it doesn't look like a new game when they were showing it.
For a $450 system.
Yeah, and then the other games were we've got a Kirby Air Ride, which is essentially another kart racing game, and then you had the Donkey Kong game. The Donkey Kong game looks good.
It does look good. So does the Mario Kart game. I mean,
What was the basketball wheelchair game?
There was also wheelchair basketball. Yes.
It's wheelchair basketball.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's
I have no
drive something and drive
Roll and drive?
drive and that I don't remember.
Drive and spin?
It was
Drive
it
and
was-
sit. Drive
that
and
one
sit.
is one where you can use the Joy-Cons
It's
now
called
as mice.
sit and
Like
spin.
they work
I saw
like
that. That was
computer mouse.
interesting.
So you're using both of them to like do your wheelchairing.
And it
Uh-huh.
now connects with magnets.
It does connect with magnets.
Right.
I'm good with that.
I mean, I guess one of the biggest features they announced was what that C button is on the controller, and it's basically like popping up a Zoom window.
Yeah, it's
So you can
game
chat.
it's game chat,
Yep.
and they have a camera too that you can buy a webcam separately.
Yep.
For $50. I don't like it's gonna do fine. I think at this price point, it's not gonna adopt as quickly as the Switch, and the Switch had the whole pandemic going for it
Right.
as well.
Yep.
This is gonna play Fortnite better.
Mm-hmm.
True.
It'll be a
Um,
better Fortnite machine for people who want a Fortnite machine they can play on the couch, I guess. I don't know.
Right. So it's what I'm saying is it's going to take a while for the library to get there to where you're like, okay, these are the Nintendo games that I need to play. Like I play Mario Kart, but I'm not like, oh yay, a new Mario Kart, right? Like I've played enough Mario Kart in my life that it all looks kind of the same. I know what the experience is going to be.
Open world, though. Open world. Do you
I
know?
was gonna say, do you know it
There
could
could
be
be
different.
adventure out there.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
And you could hit that.
They literally
button
say
and
that
you-
when they're doing their game chats.
you could look at me while you play. And isn't that like your dream is to be able to stare at me while playing?
It just feels like they've incorporated a whole bunch of stuff that was popular like in Xbox 360 time frame.
When they first
which is
showed that,
wild.
when they first showed that camera, I was like, oh, it's so like Connect.
Well, it's kind of like Connect, but it's also kind of just like iToy. It's not like it's not even to the level of Connect. Like they were doing like camera games. They had some like camera games and stuff too.
It's just
but
a camera.
no, there are some camera games. That's
Right.
what
Are
they've
there?
added on. If you upgrade your Mario Party, I think you get some camera games.
Nice.
Are you man enough to upgrade your Mario Party?
I mean, you can essentially upgrade all your Switch games. It's
Time to get a second job so you can
Yeah.
upgrade your Switch games.
I don't want to seem like totally down on it because it's something like it feels like it's a thing that needs to exist. It's
Sure.
just not all that exciting when it's just the same thing as it was last time.
Maybe it's just not that exciting yet.
No, I think it's just not that exciting.
Hey, I'm trying to be positive. Maybe
I
it
just-
just needs to cook a little bit.
I just feel like the features that they added, like the mouse stuff, I feel like I'm not all in on that.
Do you think it would
'cause-
be worth waiting for the Switch 2 Pro?
I don't know. You're gonna wait. That's quite a wait, but you would have a better library at that time. But
Well, it's not like I'm chomping at the bit to play and Switch games.
Right.
That's the thing too. Like,
I know there are some people that will be. I'm just not one of them. Yeah, and more power to you. I'm glad those people exist.
More power to you is what you're getting in Switch 2.
That the fair.
I thought it was interesting. Two things here. They have this thing called game key cards. So they're going to be selling you basically a box with it's not a box with a code in it to download the game. It's a actual card that has the code on it. As if I'm understanding it correctly. So you're buying a box with a card in it, but the card goes into the Switch. It doesn't have the game on it. It has a code that will allow you to download the game from Nintendo. And I guess the idea is you can still sell that card, right? You still need that card to play the game. Even though there's no data on it, it's just like an unlock to be able to download it from the store.
I don't know.
Why?
What's the advantage of that?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to put the game on the card, I guess. You're just I don't know why that's cheaper.
Right now, they don't, like, you have to download entire games almost already.
But they put the game on the card, I think, and then you wind up just like updating it, which may be the same as re-downloading the game.
I mean,
but now they're not putting it on there in the first place, I guess.
Correct. Right. This is just making it easy for them to manufacture. This is no
Correct.
like.
No, I get it.
This is no benefit to consumers whatsoever.
Well,
this
the
is
only
just
benefit, I guess it's not really a benefit the only benefit is that there's still a way to, I guess, technically trade a digital item, even though it's a physical item.
Still a physical item, though, in that case. Like, this is strictly around manufacturing, and then all you have to do is have your final box art, and then you're just running through these. Like, you can get well ahead of when the game's done and ship it out and have them ready to ship. So I get it from a manufacturing standpoint. It just doesn't. It's nothing that.
No, it's not a benefit. It's not a benefit for the customer.
It's not a benefit for consumers anyway.
Right.
Other
it's just
than
something that they're implementing.
The benefit is that you can give somebody a birthday gift physically.
That's not like a code on a piece of paper.
It's not like a code. Like
writing it down. Yeah.
Right.
Yep, that's basically it. And the other thing that I thought was interesting is that if you're trying to order a Switch 2 from Nintendo directly, they have like some requirements before you can get behind the velvet rope. You have to have played 50 hours on the original Switch and have an active, or you have to have purchased a 12-month Switch online membership.
Well, I mean, if it helps prevent,
I mean, that's cool. Like,
I'm all for it.
I wonder how many like Nintendo will be selling directly compared to like their retail partners. Like,
I heard that they have 97 billion.
I don't think so.
No.
So I wonder, like, if it really matters in the big scheme of things, because certainly, like, Best Buy is not going to be putting any restrictions.
No. They did. I did get the Best Buy notification though that
they're on it.
Yep.
They are on it.
They're ready to take your $500.
Mhm.
There was a new From Software game, but it looked like it was maybe a online multiplayer game or something.
I don't know. It had vampires in it.
It had a lot of different characters, so I didn't know if it was a hero shooter. But
I would be surprised, but who knows?
Or maybe it's a Monster Hunter type. It didn't look like a typical like the art style looked like typical From Software, but it didn't really tell you a lot. In at least what they showed in the trailer of what exactly it was, other than it had the From Software logo very big.
You probably used the mouse controls on it,
and they had it exclusive. I think that was one of the ones that said like exclusive for Nintendo Switch 2. Which everything else, it didn't have a colon after it. That's how I could tell it was a new game.
Mediocre edition.
Yeah.
Slightly worse edition.
I also enjoyed the parts of the presentation where they're like, and here's from our partners EA Sports, and it was like we will be bringing Madden to Nintendo Switch 2.
That's always their
was-
presentation. It's
was
always
it.
something like that.
Of course it is.
We
It's
will
like-
bring.
Oh, it's soccer. You like soccer? We're gonna have
Right.
that on there too.
That's what it said. It was like we're bringing. I forget what the name of the soccer game is anymore because it's not.
Yeah.
It's like Football
FIFA
Club or
anymore.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
They said
We'll
yes.
spend-
We will be coming. We will be bringing both soccer and football to Nintendo Switch.
Yes, we will spare every expense to get just maybe a handful of our games on your new system.
Right. And then 2K came on a little later and they said that they would also be bringing WWE and NBA 2K to the Switch as
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
Yep.
What about Borderlands?
Borderlands is going to be there.
That won't come to. They can't put that on the.
That
Switch
is
too.
going to be on the Switch. I'm
What,
sure
are
that's
you
going to be
kidding me?
the.
That's crazy.
That is definitely probably the best place to play Borderlands.
Right. Yes. Most games will be the best to play there, probably. Best on Switch. They're going to have their own little sticker.
Right.
All right. Well, that's the Nintendo Switch 2. So let me buzz through these fan
You think
feedback
it's a
about.
good year to be releasing a console?
No, it's not a good year. Unless you have Grand Theft Auto on it. Now, can we
It's
get
gonna have
Grand Theft?
Grand Theft Auto
If Grand Theft Auto comes out this year, as the rumor is,
for Switch 2?
I mean, that would be great. You can technically have like your next gen system with.
Will it be the overhead version?
It can do things. Come on, it's smart. It's Switch 2. It can 4K, HDR, 60 frames per second in some modes. 120 frames per second, actually.
It made me laugh too when they were talking about their HDR, but then they were like showing a Mario game and like they had it side by side with HDR and not HDR. And it's just like all you see is just like bright colors in both of them. Like one of them's like a little darker bright colors, and
Right.
the other one's just like here's just like so many bright colors coming at you. I'm like, I don't know that that's really what you're really looking for. Like
Realistic
HDR, you're
lighting.
looking for the blacks is usually what I'm like looking for, like realistic looking things,
Yeah.
not like look at how bright this Mario game could be. I'm like, yeah, it's been bright for a long time.
No, I need very realistic lighting in all my Mario games. I want him to go into shadows and just, I want to be blinded when he steps
No,
out of a
Shadow
tunnel.
is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah.
forgot.
You can play as the cow from Harvest Moon in Mario Kart.
Great.
At least it looked like the Harvest Moon cow. Definitely a cow that you can play
That's
as.
on.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
I'm not
and you can
gonna-
play GameCube games now if you're part of you
Yeah.
have the Nintendo Online expansion pass.
Okay, great. Oh, and the game share thing looked kind of cool too. Some games will support like
Othello.
Othello.
I mean,
It's not
assuming you
Othello,
have
it's the clubhouse
multiple-
game.
Yeah.
It's not just
multiple,
Othello. You can play chess.
All you have to do is spend $900, and you and your
No.
family can-
It works on the old Switches too.
I know.
So that's the game. What's it called? Game chat? No, game share. Something. They all have great names for these things. Game share, game chat, game blow. I don't know. All right, let's move on. We got a lot of feedback from people about the
wait.
Switch 2.
What do you think about the game that's like the Nintendo Switch 2 tour that they are? Did you see that one?
And they're charging for it. It's not going to
Yeah.
be like a tech demo like they
Oh.
did with the
How
not
much?
Astrobot, whatever they called it. I don't know. It'll probably be like $50 or so, maybe more, because that's what they're charging. But it's not really a game. It's just a tech demo of like what to do, what the console can do. It's the kind of thing that should be free.
Look, Nintendo needs money. Just give them the money. Okay?
Do they? Do they need money? I
gonna
thought they
need
had
it.
money.
They're going to need it with these tariffs, I think.
I was gonna say, or are they just gonna sell them all in Japan and tell everyone here to go screw themselves?
At Christmas time, when it costs $650 to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, they're going to be like, please buy our demo game also.
People are gonna be pissed. Games are gonna be like $100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the games are going to go up too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because they're
Is
all
the-
manufactured in Mexico.
Yeah,
Sweet.
everything's going up.
Good.
The wrapping paper is gonna cost twice as much. Just
Cool.
to wrap the box.
I don't buy gifts for people.
I'm just saying, if you did, I
Right.
know. We know you don't buy gifts
Thank
for
you.
people.
That's not true. What are you talking about?